going online with
And
Baalz,
Baalz. Yeah.
and I'm going to say it his way. I say Baalz. But, oh, we got a little bit of echo. I got to fix that. Easy peasy. There we go. I forgot to mute when I'm got Twitch sitting here on my Chrome. There's an issue. I've got to make sure that's muted so I don't get echo. So we're opening up. We're going to start doing, and this will go on YouTube later, we're going to start doing the boss level turn 11. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Good, good. Naba turn 11. Oh, you did some trades.
Yep. Yep, you'll see a lot of those coming through in this game. I was pretty active. It was still active game. I am pretty active in diplomacy.
Good, good. Well, good diplomacy. A lot of my games right now are team games, so the diplomacy tends to be internal largely.
Right.
So what are we looking at? You can see what I'm doing.
Yep. So we're still obviously in the kind of initial expansion phase. Just to kind of come back up to speed, you can see I'm jumping around a decent amount with the Malika, particularly on the south side. And so as I'm expanding here, kind of my strategy is to try and carve off some chunks of indies so I can kind of protect those and digest them as borders are stabilizing.
Absolutely. What I talked about, the spiral expansion,
Right.
where you leap out as far as you can pull off without too many bumps, and then you close in and fill in the early parts. But it's always a bit of a balance around your capital circle, is ensuring you got the resources you need to make everything you need. But once you got that, then you can do that.
Right, and one of the things that's kind of nice, just as this map set up, just to the east of my capital, I have kind of that mountain range, which gives me a little bit of a backstop there.
That's kind of nice. Yes, yes. Yeah. This is a random map, right? It has that look
Correct.
of a map gen. No, what's that program? That one guy, one of our community members made that map nuke. It was nuke.
I'm not sure where it was generated.
Not
from.
familiar with it. Mac Nuke is one of our community members, relatively active at times, and some people are very fond of his little. It's a GitHub project for his little program. It does a nice job of randomizing maps.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll probably toss that in as a link when we do the video. I've got this picture-in-picture thing. I'm quite excited about how fun that is.
Awesome.
Okay, back to you.
Yep. Like I said, it's really just fighting indies at this point. Just for anyone who's not up to speed on where we left the last one off, got two, I think, kind of typical expansion forces going out, and then
Regular.
I think three.
Where are they?
So one's over on the west side.
Oh, that one there. Okay, let's have a look at it. Okay, so you got a general. Oh, you lost a sheik. Oh, yeah, but the sheiks are your recruit everywhere little cheapy buggers.
Yep, and that was a war elephant. So this one, not too bad for taking out some war elephants.
Is it a good one to watch?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, let's watch it. Maybe there's something interesting. Just to review, this whole thing with those guys with their little hawks. Oh yeah, here comes the Heffalumps. See, I grew up with Sesame Street, so to me, those are Heffalumps.
Yeah.
I'm a generation older.
So the Jan Guards are pretty stout. They've got the glamour and the decent defense, so they managed to avoid the trampling really well, and they hit hard enough to bring them down for too long. As I said, with the Camel Riders, one of the challenges is that they tend to run forward and die.
You mentioned that.
Yeah. And so that's exactly what happens here. As just a couple of guys get back there and take them out.
I hope nobody minds. I've got the, I'll turn those off. I had the C key on for those little handy. I was working on something else earlier today with Dominion's Enhance thing. And you know, that one's pretty funny. He's built a whip that uses acid gems that causes enslaved mind. So I was watching, I turned on C so I could see which ones I'd enslaved, because that gives you the little hint there with the underscore or the square, which side they're on. It was pretty funny. Well, anyways, that one went very well for you. Any other key expansion things to highlight on this one?
Check out the one on the north side.
North side?
The Malachi thug. On
that one there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh,
I might have bumped. Yeah.
Oh, Scalaria. Oh, they failed.
Yeah.
What the heck? Okay, I gotta watch that. How did they muck this up? It's Scalaria.
They got a pretty lightweight force of the grinding span with here.
Yeah, but this looks like one of those typical cases where you make a scripting error and you lose your commander. I mean, not to say I haven't done this many times, but I'm always embarrassed when I do it.
Yeah, you'll definitely see a number of unforced errors on my part as we go through this playthrough.
Okay, well, I'm not following how this is going to... Oh, here we come. Heavy infantry. But he put up bodyguards. It's just a bit of bad luck on his part.
Yeah.
No, that's just bad luck. Yep, that's just bad luck. I'll give him credit. That's bad luck. Now, your fight... Well, you didn't have much to deal with by the time you had to do
wiped
it.
out most of them.
I'm not sure exactly why we're watching this. Why are we watching this?
Because I didn't remember exactly what happened. I thought I might have bumped into her.
No, gosh, no. There's nothing here to see.
No.
Nothing to see here. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, and here, lots of Jan guards. 13. That's quite a few, but you lost 2. Oh. Heavy calves 3, light calves. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so as a reminder, this game had 20 provinces per player. It's a pretty big map, so...
Yeah, that's relatively big.
It's pretty hard.
And you've expanded out to that 2 to almost 3 from the cap range. Have you started a fort yet?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Some people swear by forts by turn 7.
So I haven't started a fort, but what I did do was instead invest in upgrading my capital.
Yes.
And I've also been cranking out the premium cap.
Yeah, so when you're looking at 600 gold for a new fort, or in your case, 450 for an upgraded capital, which increases the level at which you can pump out those thugs.
Right.
Yeah, that makes pretty obvious sense to me. I mean, I try, depending on how the situation goes, to get that second fort out turn 8, turn 9, but sometimes you can't.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing, too, with this nation is that there are the prime kind of engine for the research mage is the Caribs, who are recruitable outside of forts as well.
Oh, yes, of course. Let's have a look here. I'm going to hit the recruit button.
I don't remember, but
No.
I remember when it is. Yeah, so I'm recruiting
These
scouts.
guys.
That we have,
So you got the Hermit Sahir, 15 research, and only need a lab, or the Carids need a lab and a temple.
Yep, and so the difference between these two, the command points, the Hermit Sahir require 4 of them, so it takes 4 turns.
Yeah.
Also, because they are not sacred, they have a substantially higher upkeep, which really hits you over the long term. I splurged for a magic free scale here, and part of the thesis on that was just to crank out the really cheap Caribs and build my research engine with them.
Okay, good. I'm going to leave you to talk for a little bit. I got to take a quick bio break.
Sure. Yeah. So the one of the themes that you'll see as we kind of go through this playthrough, the scales that I picked, which are not fully showing up on what he's got on the map right now, are just really garbage scales. It's Turmoil 3, Sloth 3, Heat 3, Misfortune 3, the neutral death scales, and Magic 3. The Magic 3 is really the only kind of nice thing there. And as I just mentioned, one of the thought processes there is to really kind of lean into the very cost-efficient recruit everywhere mages, the Caribs. They cost 80. They're sacred. They have really cheap upkeep over the long term. Their research is 10 points apiece. Um, and as I said, you can recruit them outside of the forts. So that allows me to really focus pretty heavily on minimizing the upkeep long term, because that is something that I'm very aware of with such garbage scales is the upkeep.
Okay. So I'm back. That was quick.
Yeah.
Doesn't take terribly long. This turn, any other highlights?
So the only other thing you can see down on the south side, the expansion highlights the mobility of the Malika down there. I've been able to carve off several provinces. You can also see I'm just starting to run into my neighbors. So obviously, I've got the two different undead nations to the north, and then the other undead one with Asphodel to my east that I just ran into there, and then Yomi on the south side. Got Ashdod I just bounced down to on the southwest. On the west.
Yeah, you've roughly reached the limits of your size without huge amounts of bumps. But now you've still got infill. You've got serious infill available.
Yep, and then also the another thing that you'll just see kind of play out over the next couple turns that you can watch for is just really leveraging the mobility of Malachi to probe, because obviously any game you're going to have some neighbors expanding faster than others.
Yes.
So it allows me to really adjust where I'm expanding, because with some nations and some builds you've got kind of slow infantry, and if you're trying to expand west and you run into a neighbor that expanded well and you need to shift over and expand to the east, it can take forever to get your troops over there, and all the Indies are gone by then. But I just the Malachi just have such mobility that I had a lot of fun with them.
Okay, good.
Yep, I think that's about it for this turn.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, hold on. Come on. End turn. So go to 12. Takes a minute or two here. Boss level 2. 12. Oh, in the messages. So who are you dealing with here? Oh, that's Asphodel. Oh my gosh. This game had piles of the undead nations.
Yeah, so it was advertised as a very high level game, so it's a pretty high skill level for a lot of players, and then also people took some pretty high powered nations. So you got Ashdod down there, you got Asphodel, so I didn't feel too bad taking them out.
Anything here in the highlights? Undefeated province. So Asphodel went straight at you.
No, actually, that is a trade.
Oh, you made a trade. Okay, good.
Yep. So
useful to know that.
Very active. There's you'll see several friendly trades of provinces. So specifically, I think that one he bought off of me because he was really trying to maximize his forests.
Okay.
Because Friedel gets their good national auto spawns only in the forest with temples, I believe.
Carrion beasts.
Yep.
Basically, the vine critters.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. You're going for a throne.
There is the vine elephant, yeah. So, just expanding pretty. So at this point, the expansion to the east is pretty well wrapped up.
Yeah.
There's a throne over there, which is a little bit more than I can handle right now. I think I'm probing it, but.
Oh, that's a probe? Yeah, that's a probe.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. Okay.
Going in there. So take a look at the throne, but then there's still. As I said, just looking to the west, one of the things...
Oh, hang on a sec here. Looking at this throne, Phantasmal Warriors, that's an indication you're going to hit hardcore air magic.
Yep.
And that could
you
be
can see
painful.
right there it says sorceress. Yep.
Yeah.
So, so this is just kind of what I was talking about before. You can see my expansion options to the east, the north, east, and south have pretty well dried up. There's a couple things there, but there's still a lot of options to the west. So I just keep pushing west.
Yeah, exactly.
You can also see up on the north side. I think I am pushing for that throne there.
Yeah, you went for the throne, but all that's in there, Guyakas. Oh, okay. So you're gonna meet some. Kalesa dudes, some monkey troops.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that we didn't click on before, but I had probed on this throne before, and so it's a bunch of the sacreds from the monkey tribes.
Okay.
And they have awe, and they hit relatively hard, but they don't have shields or protection.
They have
so
no
you can see
armor.
I just recruited several of my recruit anywhere crappy short bow guys.
Yeah.
Just to go in, and that's one of the few times I'll recruit those crappy short bow guys.
Perfect, because that's one of the weaknesses of monkey troops is low armor and crappy shields.
Yep. And then I think I have one of the Malachi. So one of the cool things about the Malachi is not only are they very capable thugs, they very easily switch over to being artillery mages. So I've now switched her over to chuck fireballs.
Well, she's kind of beat to crap.
Yeah. A
little bit.
Yeah, but I think she's still. I think this is the one that has the precision bump too.
Is that precision? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's your research at? Oh, there we go. You've done a little bit of evocation. So in the fire levels, fireballs, lightning bolts. Okay, solid. Pretty classic. You're going for construction. Okay, fair enough. That's pretty straightforward. So you're going for that throne.
So the real the urgent thing that I'm pulling for right now is enchantment 3 for fire shield specifically. That really ups the threat level of the Malachi quite significantly.
Right. Sensible. But you haven't gotten much researching. And this turn 0.
Yeah, so that's one of the downsides of kind of dumping everything into thugs that are going out expanding. So my expansion has gone pretty blistering, but I've got nobody sitting at home. My pretender has been spending the last several turns upgrading the capital.
Exactly.
And the few other guys that I have been forging equipment. So as you said, zero research right now.
But there's a lot of people talk about, 12, 15 provinces by year 1. You're at, what are we at here? Let's do the statistics, score graphs.
If you do F1, you can just count them too.
Yeah, well, what I usually do is do it here. Sorry, jumping around. These are 1 each, so 5, 10, 15, 17. That's pretty damn fine. No troubles with that, and you've still got infill. Unlike most people, you have infill.
Yep.
Okay.
So one of the things too that I'm kind of looking at here as I'm looking, there's still a couple of thrones that I would like to grab before things solidify. So obviously I'm pushing on the north throne. I'm probing to the east throne.
Right.
I've just taken that one on the south side, and I'm looking over at the west. There's also if you move the map up a little bit towards the north.
Yep.
There's a throne right
in the cave.
Yeah. So there's one in the cave.
But you're going to have to pick a fight for that one.
Yep. So trying to fit, and then there's that one too that I'm looking at. So I'm moving my Jan guards over there. Well, depending what's there, I may be able to snatch it. So
now, on the topic of thrones, what's your claiming possibilities? I can't remember. These guys, no, they're holy ones.
No, I've just got my prophet who is actually leading the party all the way to the west side, and the tender is the only options.
Okay, so claiming thrones is going to require, a major option, and I've used this before, you've got air magic. Make some boots and fly that damn prophet around.
So that is a possibility. The other one with this is if the throne claiming is not super urgent, you can just which is exactly what I do in a little bit, is just suicide your starter prophet and then prophetize a Malachi, and then you can
yeah,
fly by
okay.
yourself. You can cloud trapeze. You can sneak around. It's just dramatically more mobile.
Good call. Yep. Okay.
But right now, the prophet is the starting general, and he's just leading that party over to the west.
He's
but conveniently
here, yep.
heading over towards that throne. So I'm gonna see if I can push up into it.
Okay. Any other highlights for turn 12?
I think that's it. So just looking at this, I think I'm trying to decide where to put up my second fort. I think, and looking at it, I think I decided to put it up maybe at that throne that I chose on the south side. Since I claimed a throne, I thought that's probably a good place to put up the.
Well, so let's just take a moment for anybody new.
Yeah. So
one of the no, that's okay. But one of the key things with making fort number 2 is you really don't want to starve your capital out of resources, and forts suck resources. So I usually always shoot for something 2 away. I often shoot for something high income. The admin bonus on a fort is not amazing, but in your case, you've got a throne, so that's worthwhile just to stop throne push.
Yep, and then also the build that I'm using here really focuses more heavily on thugs and heroes rather than troops. So that is certainly a consideration, but it's not as heavy a consideration as it would be in other situations. And so it's like, go ahead and fortify that throne was the biggest option for me.
Okay. All right. Shall we move to 13?
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good.
So we're running now at 22 minutes. What we could do is option 1. We can call it done at 30 minutes. Or what we could do is keep streaming, and then I'll break this up at I like my vids at 30 minutes. I've done some longer, but they seem to be more troublesome. Now, how did you suddenly... Did those guys all come home? Your Malachis?
Sorry, your voice was breaking up there. What was the question?
Sorry about my voice breaking up.
Nowhere.
I'm looking at your capital, and you get 2 Malachis there, fully geared. One was researching last turn or doing something else. So you didn't pull a Malachite back. Those are just the new ones you made, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So what are we looking at for highlights on turn 13?
So you can check out the throne that I attacked on the north side, I think.
That didn't work.
No.
Wow. I think we should watch that. What went wrong?
Yep.
What do you think?
I don't remember. I think I probably didn't have enough archers. And like I said, every time I look at these little desert archers, I am freshly disappointed.
No, hang on. He's throwing dragonflies at you. That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's the problem. You've got dragonflies in your background.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you've got poison damage. Looking here at this guy, he's got poison damage. They're going to rout, and that's what happened. Your thug didn't even get a chance to fight.
Yeah, so this wasn't actually a thug. She was just checking fireballs. She was a artillery mage for this.
Oh, okay,
but
yeah, that's the problem. All those nature gems, spamming insects.
So the silver lining here is that the indie mages burn through their gems.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it easier to follow up on.
Yeah, I would say that's not not a tactical error. You just there's a certain amount of that you just had to take up as in attrition.
Yeah. Because one of the balances that you have to think about here is the balance between having a good, put together assault force and trying to move faster than your neighbors.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's actually one of my weaknesses. I have a tendency to make absolutely devastating expansion parties so they don't lose anything. But
Right.
splitting them up is generally better. Okay. What do you think? Oh, what happened here?
Yeah.
Is that you?
So that was I was probing that round.
Just
so,
a probe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just a probe.
So taking a look at that probe, I was like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna
Yeah.
with the party I have over there.
Well, and then a quick view. I bet that defender has a honk of pile of gems.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Ouch. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to take this with my little party over there.
No, not gonna happen. Okay.
But that answered the question that I wanted, because the reason I set that up is depending on what was there, I do have a pile of Janguards just to the south, and I could have theoretically assaulted it if it was a weaker throne. But
Yeah, that's a good chunk of Janguards.
Yeah.
But fire snakes, yeah. Plus, you're going to be fighting elementals and or big evocations.
Now, the good news is that those amount of defenders mean that that's going to be a higher level throne that I can potentially get at some point. So that's definitely on my radar, but not going to get it immediately. On that same note, if you look at the throne up in the cave, it has kind of a ridiculous amount of the defenders too on the north side.
Oh, look at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Springhawks. Almost a guaranteed indicator there's a Queen of Air. Oh, Anuki of the Sky. You already know what it is. Well, pretty much the same thing. Thunderstrike.
So that throne looks tempting, but not going to be conquered by anybody anytime soon.
No. That's
another interesting thing that I just discovered on this, just to the west of that province with that throne, is the capital for Nazca.
Yep. Okay.
You can also see that my scouting has been pretty good, just because I have recruit everywhere scouts. So I sent them out. I get a pretty good feel for people to the north.
You have a good look. Good look.
Yep.
So from a diplomacy perspective, who've you got rough agreements with? Anybody?
So I believe at this point I have a non-aggression pact with Nazca to my north.
Okay.
And then I think I got a non-aggression pact with Asphodel to my east, and Shen to my south.
So who's this over here? I don't recognize that.
That's End. Yeah, that's End.
Oh, that's End. Okay.
Yeah. And I also did get a non-aggression pact with Scaleria too. And then I just kind of glared at Ermor with their top kill dominion, but I haven't talked to them.
Do you do non-aggression pacts?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay. I don't. Well, no. I shouldn't say I don't. I usually respond quite negatively to someone who says NEP5 because I find it sloppy and too simplistic. I greatly prefer a trade relationship or a specific border agreement, etc.
Yep, and that's exactly what I kind of laid out here. As you saw, I'm already trading provinces with Asphodel.
I did see that.
A couple of different,
see that.
So, and part of that was just to make sure that we had borders that worked for both of us, and that's where you get those kind of it makes sense for us to be friendly because we don't have a strong incentive to fight.
Okay. So we have just hit the 30-minute mark. We can keep streaming. You're good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What I'm going to do is let's just take 30 seconds of pause right at the 30-minute mark, and that'll give me a marker for when I go to edit so I can break this up.
Sounds good.
Okay.